NBC4 News at 11 a.m. starts with breaking news.
Now at 11, we begin with breaking new developments on that shooting at Rihanna's home. Police now identifying a Florida woman as a shooting suspect. Now that shooting happened yesterday afternoon. No one was hurt, but police say the pop star was home at the time. NBC4's Brittany Hope joins us live from the Beverly Crest neighborhood with more details about the woman who was arrested. Brittany.
Hi, Annabelle. Good morning. This is the woman who LA police say left bullet holes on Rihanna's front gate. Now, we're going to show you that gate now. It's bright white. Toward the left, you'll see a few different patches covered by white tape. That's where those holes are. A 35-year-old now booked into jail. She was arrested on suspicion of attempted murder. Her bail now set at more than $10 million. As of this newscast, she has not yet been charged. LAPD says her name is Ivana Lizette Ortiz. Records show she is from Florida and has a history with police there. Arrested 3 times in 2023 in just a matter of months. So why was she in Los Angeles, and why was she allegedly targeting Rihanna's home? Police working to figure that out right now, but new audio from LAPD scanners gives us insight into what unfolded here Sunday and how police later found and arrested her.
Sparta units at 8028, 8028 additional. Your shooting just occurred. Here, I believe the shots came from across the street of the upper gate.
So police say she fired 7 to 9 rounds at Rihanna's home, and 4 of those rounds hit. We know, according to that scanner traffic, that she was able to get away, kind of get closer to the Sherman Oaks Galleria, and that's the area of where she was arrested over there in the valley. Now, we have some more new information as well. So LAPD told us yesterday that, yes, Rihanna was home when this happened, but we have now learned as well, police now telling us that ASAP Rocky and their 3 children were home as well. Again, no one was hurt. Reporting in Beverly Crest, Brittany Hope, NBC4 News.
There you go. Do you know if there's any connection between the woman who's been arrested and Rihanna?
We have no idea yet. Again, the motive right now is the biggest question in all of this. Unsure if the two knew each other personally, if this was a fan. Again, how she even got from Florida to LA, how long she's been here. All of those questions that investigators are working to figure out right now.
All right, Brittany Hope, thank you so much. Now to the war in the Middle East. This morning, we're seeing several explosions in Beirut. Israel continues to pound the Lebanese capital in an effort to target Hezbollah. Meantime, Iran reports they have a new supreme leader. John Klimak joins us live in the newsroom. And John, he's not exactly a Trump-approved successor.
Yeah, far from it, Annabelle. And we're just getting word that President Trump is planning to hold a news conference later this afternoon around 2:30 our time. It's expected he'll touch on that, as he suggested to reporters over the weekend that this war could intensify with boots on the ground. Now, we want to share this with you. A 7th U.S. service member killed in the war with Iran has been identified. It's Sergeant Benjamin Pennington of Kentucky. Died a week after being wounded during an Iranian strike on an airbase in Saudi Arabia. The announcement from the Department of Defense comes after this. This is called a dignified transfer. The remains of the first 6 soldiers killed in the fighting in Iran returned to U.S. soil this weekend. President Trump on Air Force One saying that these are the heavy costs of war and warned that there could be more who have to pay the ultimate price. Meantime, during an event honoring U.S. hostages and wrongful detainees, Secretary of State Marco Rubio says the U.S. is well on its way to destroying Iran's ability to threaten its neighbors and world with missiles. He called Iran a chief offender of hostages and wrongful detention, citing the goal of the war right now is to eliminate Iran's ballistic missile stockpile, its ability to produce them, and its ability to launch them.
To know your military is getting the job done, and every single day this regime in Iran has less missiles, has less launchers, their factories work less, and their navy is being eviscerated. And the world is going to be a safer and a better place when this mission is accomplished.
And all of this comes as Iranian state media announced a new supreme leader. Mojtaba Khamenei is the son of the previous leader killed in U.S. and Israeli airstrikes at the start of the war. Israel has already threatened to target any successor, while President Trump added whoever takes over, quote, is not going to last long without his approval. Again, we're awaiting a briefing from the president later this afternoon. Annabelle, back to you.
And we are standing by for that. John, thank you so much for that. Meantime, it's been a rough start to the week on Wall Street. Take a look. Here's a look at how the Dow is trading. You see it there right now. The Dow is down more than 400 points. So we, of course, are monitoring that. And it's now the second week of the war in the Middle East. NBC4 and the NBC national team have a rolling page of live updates. You'll find it on our website, NBCLA.com, and the NBCLA app. Airports across the country are dealing with long lines at security, and that's because the partial government shutdown is creating a shortage of TSA workers, and it's coming at a busy time. You know it. Spring break travel season is officially underway. The TSA employees who were there working without their full pay, passengers are being asked to arrive 4 to 5 hours before their flight. So if
it's
you're
very
traveling,
frustrating to me. As we've been going through security, we came from Hawaii, and I've been thanking them as I came across because this is ridiculous. And they've all been super nice and doing their jobs as if nothing is going on. And I can't fathom what it's like for them and their families to go without pay. I mean, that's terrible. No one should have to do that.
All right, so if you're traveling, you can download the free My TSA app on your smartphone. It allows you to check TSA wait times in real time. There's also broken down by terminal, so it's a good tool there. And new this morning, Live Nation and the Department of Justice have reached a tentative deal to settle its landmark antitrust case. Live Nation is being accused of illegally monopolizing live events through its ownership of Ticketmaster, venues, and artist promotion. Under this agreement, companies such as SeatGeek and StubHub will be able to sell tickets using Ticketmaster's technology. Live Nation also agreed to sell 13 amphitheaters and pay roughly $200 million in damages to participating states, including California. Terms of the agreement must be approved by a federal judge. And happening today, the driver accused of crashing his SUV into a mother and her 2 small children is said to be arraigned. Police say 55-year-old Lamont Ivan Russell backed into the family last Monday in Long Beach while they were sitting on some steps. A 20-month-old girl died. Her sister and mom were injured. Russell was booked on suspicion of DUI. Prosecutors later upgraded that charge to murder. Meantime, closing arguments are set to begin today in Ye's Malibu mansion trial. New video from this morning shows Tony Saxon, the man that is suing Ye, arriving to court. You see him there. Saxon is a former contractor and claims the rapper, formerly known as Kanye West, promised to pay him $20,000 a week for work he did on his Malibu home in 2021. But he says Ye only made one of those payments. Ye's attorneys dispute those claims. All right, guys, let's go outside. We're taking a live look there at a nice and sunny Mount Wilson. Not sure about those winds, though. Our meteorologist Kelly Moody is here. She's tracking those conditions for us. Boy, was it windy this weekend.
What a weekend it was with those winds. The good news, winds have really calmed down, Annabelle. So now we get to enjoy some pretty nice conditions, and it's a lot cooler than it was this weekend. So if you weren't feeling the heat, we've got some improvements coming your way. Take a look outside at your current temperatures. Pick your spot. We've got mid to upper 60s right now. 64 degrees in San Bernardino, 65 degrees in Riverside. Temperatures in just the low 60s right now for Thousand Oaks. Those temperatures will be on the rise, so if you've got some outdoor lunch plans, you might have stayed inside the last couple of days to try and avoid chasing after any napkins. Today you should be just fine. Upper 60s at the coast, low to mid 70s as we're starting to warm up for this afternoon if you're in the Basin, Orange County, Valleys, or Inland Empire. Now, as we look ahead, we'll enjoy some cooler temperatures for the next couple of days. Your onshore flow looks to pick up, so that will bring in a little bit of a sea breeze and some morning fog. But after that, a big warm up ahead. And I mean a big old warm up. We'll be talking about just how high those temperatures are expected to soar in the days ahead coming up in the next few minutes. Annabelle?
All right, Kelly, thank you so much. Coming up next here at 11, a wild chase on the wrong side on the freeway. The dangerous way the driver of a box truck tried to get away from officers.
Naked! Oh my gosh! Wow. And it is a photo finish.
Talk about a photo finish. See how the LA Marathon got a Hollywood ending. The historic first for both the men and women competing.